Hello everybody and welcome back to the plot. Today we're gonna take you through an experiment that we conducted with 5 different fertilizers. We ran this experiment during the latest stage of the summer for 2 whole months, and we tested conventional fertilizers and unconventional fertilizers to see if they even work. We had 5 pepper plants that had overgrown the modules. We had nowhere to put them in the allotment, so we decided to run the test with these. They needed urgent transplanting, so they were the perfect candidate for this experiment. The results are quite interesting. Let's dive into it. For the experiment, we used one of the 5 pepper plants as the control plant. So that one had not added fertilizer throughout the experiment apart from the initial growing medium. For growing medium, we decided to go with compost. Bagged compost can be sketchy sometimes, so we decided to go with high quality product that had added John Innes, so added fertilization already in there, but because you will not receive anything else during the whole experiment and all the other plants will have that as well, we thought that that will be good. We did not go for a sterile or nutrient-free medium, and the reason for that is that actually on our soil is never nutrient-free or sterile environment, so having compost, it kind of is closer than just a sterile thing. So we try to replicate a bit more the conditions that we would have in the allotment. So for the first actual fertilizer, we decided to go for a very common, widespread fertilizer. That's no other than the Miracle-Gro plant food. It's a very, very popular fertilizer out there. Loads of people are using it. It's a water-soluble fertilizer, and the NPK stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, is a 3:1:2 ratio, which is what most of the plants need in order to grow successfully, have a good, healthy growth. So it's a very popular choice out there. Many people use it, so we had to include it in our experiment. Second Contender is along the same lines. It's again a 3:1:2 fertilizer, but this time we used an organic fertilizer. It's also water soluble, but already in a liquid form. And the reason that we went for the same type of fertilization is to see if a synthetic fertilizer or an organic fertilizer perform better. The concentration of the NPK on this one is lower, so we adjusted the dosage between the two so that we get the same fertilization on our plants. And now let's go on the more unconventional fertilizers. We decided to try some of the things that people out there really try to use when they do not want to buy any commercial products. Oh, yeah, sorry, almost done. So for the third fertilizer, things are getting a little bit juicy, and this is not apple juice. This is actually human urine. For most people, this will be outright disgusting, and they will not consider using that in their gardens. Of course, I can understand why this is the case. There are bacterial contamination dangers if you're using human urine and not using it properly in the garden. But the truth is that urine contains urea. Urea is a nitrogen-rich fertilizer. So the theory is that watering the plants with your urine will result in fertilizing your plants. There is also the danger of burning the plants because it's nitrogen-rich. And that's why we wanted to put it to the test and see what are the results. So stick around to see what happens next. For our fourth Contender, we decided we go again unconventional. This is a fertilizer, again homemade, that has been gaining a lot of traction online for the past year and a half. It claims to have amazing results, and that is the simple version of it. This contains yeast and sugar. These are the two, and water of course, these are the 2 ingredients of this fertilizer, and it claims to transform your plants. There are several other additions that we found online for this fertilizer, but we decided to go with a simple version and make it a little bit more controllable and not add other things to the mix. So we definitely wanted to put it on the test and try it. So we took 5 seedlings that looked very similar one to another and transplanted them in bigger pots. We put the same mix for all the pots and then started fertilizing. It was easy to regulate the fertilization levels for the Miracle-Gro and the NV organic fertilizer, but it wasn't that easy to do with the human urine and the yeast fertilizer. We tried to match as close as possible according to the resources that we found online about the average nitrogen content of urine and the nitrogen content of a yeast fertilizer. We tried to at least match this. We didn't necessarily succeed fully, but this is not a scientific experiment that is fully accurate and it has large volume of data. This is an attempt to find out if the homemade potions actually work and how do they compare with commercial products, and at the same time have some fun and learn things along the way. So let's see how our first plants did. Now this plant over here looks quite good to me. Trunk is quite sturdy. It seems like it has a very good growth. I can see a large pepper here, 4 smaller ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, and several tiny ones that can all develop further. I guess this is not bad at all for a plant that was fertilized for 6 weeks in a small pot. I'm quite happy with it. It continued for a month growing without fertilizer. I'm quite happy with the results. It's worth noting at this point, actually, that we had to pot up all the seedlings one more time. We quickly realized that the pots were quite small for the length of the time that we wanted to run the experiment. We did not have the same compost that we used the first time. It was less nutrient rich, very lower quality compost. You could see that because it was quite woody, lots of wood fibers in there and fluffy, not really matured properly. But because we gave the same fertilizer on all the plants, again, we mixed it with perlite to keep it with very good drainage. Because we kept it for all the plants, we kept the integrity of the experiment. So let's see one more plant and then reveal what are the actual fertilizers of these plants. Now, let's bring another plant and see what the results for this. First look, it's also quite developed. It looks a little bit less sturdy and a bit more top heavy. It's a little bit taller and it has a side shoot that has developed more comparing to the side shoot of this one. Again, one pepper, a little bit smaller, but similar size. And it has a little bit more developed second fruits. It has 4, 5 peppers that they're growing at the same time with the main one, and it has several tiny ones that have not developed yet. So it's quite similar, but it looks a little bit less healthy. I mean, the plants have had a lot of rain recently, so there's a lot of things that are stuck into them. But otherwise, they don't look like they have any disease. And I guess we can reveal what each one of them is right now. And we can see this one is the compost, and that's the human urine. So if we consider that this is actually getting extra fertilization for those 6 weeks, the results don't really seem to be that much better. This one is faring quite well as well. It was high quality compost to start with. On the package it was saying that you will have feed for close to 3 months. Usually compost is a 1-1-1 NPK value, but with the added John Innes that was a 3-1-3, so it had quite a lot of nutrition and relatively close to the 3-1-2 ratio that plants like. With human urine, the bibliography out there says that basically for an average human or whatever, with this time it's me, so I'm not sure how average I am and how well I fare, you have a 11 to 1 and 3 NPK value. So it's quite quite well balanced in a way, but it misses a lot of phosphorus. And it also depends on the health of the person, that is the donor, what they eat every day, and what medication they might be taking. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration. But we can also see that if we had continued the fertilization, this will have developed more. We do not see signs of it having been burned or having any problems by using urine, and we can see that we are very careful when we are putting it in, so we did not contaminate the plant. So overall, I do not consider it unsuccessful, but we could have seen better results. Let's put that aside and look at the next plant. Let's bring this fella in right now. It looks quite similar to the other two, a little bit shorter than the human urine. This one is quite bushy as well. This one is quite bushy, it has branched in both sides. It has a nice, well-developed fruit. Only one other pepper growing at the moment, and several tiny ones, same as these two. Let's have a look. Which one is this? Oh, this is the organic fertilizer. It is a commercial product. It did perform well. It could have done better. Since I buy this from a shop, I would expect a little bit more, but I can't say that it hasn't performed. Let's see the other two and then come to final conclusions. So we've got one here and another one here. Just be careful, not damage the plants. Right, so they both look quite developed. This one is quite top heavy. It's probably the same height, if not tiny bit taller than the human urine. It is quite sturdy, but it could do better. The organic fertilizer has the sturdier trunk, to be honest, but it has a very well developed fruit, red pepper. It has 4 other peppers growing already, and several tiny ones like every other plant, so it's not bad at all. And this one, it looks pretty good as well. Again, the stem is quite developed, sturdy, similar to this one, but in my eyes we have a clear winner about stability and how the stem, the actual plant, has developed, how sturdy it is, between the organic compost and the pure compost. Now this one doesn't seem that tall. The side shoot has grown really tall. It has one big pepper like all the other ones, fully matured, red, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other peppers growing. They're already quite developed, some of them, so very good fruit production, and several tiny ones like everything else. So let's actually turn them around and see which one is which. So that's the Miracle-Gro, and that's the yeast fertilizer. So as we can see here, there is no clear winner. I would expect the Miracle-Gro to outperform everything. It has grown really well. The plant is quite sturdy, but still the compost and the organic fertilizer, both of them have actually sturdier plant. It has a very good fruit developed, but not that many extra peppers growing. There are 4. Here we have loads, and actually the human urine pepper was the first one to mature. It's the smallest one, but it matured 2 weeks before any other. And then second came the yeast one. So in that sense, if I had actually harvested these peppers, the other peppers would have developed a lot. And the yeast one has loads of pepper developing. One of them is halfway through. So there is no clear winner. And I guess, I'm not sure what I was hoping to get out of this experiment, but I got it. I got controversy because all of them did well. So there's no clear winner. I can't really discard the options of the homemade potions and just pure compost, high quality compost, either if it's your own homemade compost or store-bought, seems to have performed well. And when we put the stuff on the soil, there's already nutrition on the soil things will work well. Again, the fertilizers, they did well. If we had continued fertilizing and have started from the very beginning fertilizing these plants, we would get excellent results. We were checking the root development. All the plants were doing well throughout the experiment, with the store-bought fertilizers and the compost performing slightly better than these ones. But maybe if we had more space on the pots, we would see a clearer result from these three over here, or especially from the commercial bought fertilizers. There is quite a good root development there. We did need bigger pots for the experiment, but we did not see that the plants will grow so fast. We were quite surprised. From 2 months from seedlings to this was really fast, in my books at least. So I guess these are the conclusions. We came to the end of the experiment. We cannot discard any of these options. All of them are valid, all will produce good results. If you've liked the video, please like the video. Let us know in the comments what is your experience with fertilizers and which ones you use. And let us know if you want us to run any other experiment on the plot. Consider subscribing. We're 3 Hats in a Plot. See you on the next one.